Saltwater wells in my eyes.
Welcome, Crows fans, air conditioners, and salt from all over the world. How you going there, Anthony?
I'm here covered in salt.
Yeah. I'm sure
I'm here. Can you see me, Ali?
You shouldn't be covered in salt.
No.
No, what are
I'm
you
covered in
salt for?
glory.
Yes, that's what you should be covered in too, my dear boy.
Covered in glory.
Covered in glory. You know what? I had a problem trying to work out what I'm going to call this podcast. There was a couple. I've run heaps of them past Dan. Sometimes he laughs, sometimes he doesn't. But we've boiled it down to a couple, which I think we should call the podcast, JJ Kicks the Powers Behind.
I like that one.
Another one, JJ with a point to prove. JJ makes every post a winner.
Which one makes me laugh the most?
Oh, I don't know. JJ's first past the post, didn't like that. Anything with post or point in it, it's funny. But it's hilarious. Because anyway, if you don't know, if you've lived under a rock, this is probably going to be a very long podcast. It's just going to talk about the showdown.
And
mainly.
Salt.
And salt. And the saltiness of Power fans. Now look, Crows fans, 3-point win, we'll take it.
Oh, we'll take it, alright.
Now, what do you reckon, Ant? Was it or wasn't it?
It was a goal.
Of course it was a goal, that's what the umpire signalled. You know, there's a part of me that hopes it really wasn't. Just to really annoy them even further.
It was a goal.
Well, first I thought it was a point, and then the more footage I see, and with the shadows, I'm sitting there going, it's starting to. Someone put up a new post. They said, "Here's Claude Corey got the actual footage of it," and it just goes, it's a kick straight through the middle. Claude Corey, he's trolling everything. Trolling the pair. Oh my God, the melts were delicious.
But even Adelaide.
Your salty tears were delicious.
Oh.
Anyone with Pear fans,
salty.
Oh.
Didn't you have Pear on toast the other night?
I did, couldn't eat it, too salty.
Was it insulting?
Oh, well, very insulting. I was assaulted by it. Oh, we're going to keep these up all night. I do apologise for that. Now, just really quickly, we can mention that Gaffs got 8.
To our listeners.
It's insulting. Gaffs got 8. We'll come back to that later, but Gaffs got 8, so everyone probably knows that by now. That's 8 games, not 8 of anything else, but that's it. Now, let's get into the wonder that was Showdown 45, Anthony.
Showdown 45, the record stands at 22-21. Crow's way.
I thought it was 23-22.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, we're up by 1.
How is it Showdown 45 then?
One's got 3 and one's got 2.
No, but I'm just saying.
It's 22-23, that's 45.
How's it 45?
That's 45. Because we had a final.
Oh, okay.
Anthony's a bit slow, don't worry about him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, first thing, one of the things I've learned from Showdown, apart from some of our own magnificence, is that we need a bit of goal kicking practice. Would that be fair?
Kicking to the left.
Didn't we have 18 points or something ridiculous? 8 were rushed. But then again, there were some sodas. I would have really liked to have seen Rat line up that goal properly at the end of the game. Because that would stop all the hoo-ha. I mean, JJ just trolling him. The siren goes and JJ starts. I thought it was hilarious.
JJ said that his grandma told him never to fib.
Yeah. I loved it.
And then the next day he comes out and says that it was a goal.
And then I've heard him say I'm not sure. So I think he's covered all the bases.
And then he says that he's contacted Fox Footy and all the angles that they've shown him, it is a goal.
Oh really? I didn't hear. Where'd you hear that from? Did you just make that up?
No, I didn't make that up.
I think he's making it up.
I did not. Big said it yesterday.
Should we get into the game? Let's analyse this because I've got a lot of notes. Anthony, first 10 minutes or first whatever minutes of the game it took us to get to 19 points were magnificent.
Oh, it was
JJ on
ball
fire.
movement.
Bang.
It was
taking one-handers. I thought we were on when JJ took a one-hander and converted.
That was up the other end. Oh no,
no, first quarter.
No, we kicked that southern end.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I just had a
moment,
flashback to when Port were running into those easy goals.
Oh, don't even start me on those.
But
yeah, we had there was great. We were rusty in some other areas earlier. They decided to show up after that, and we started leaking goals out the back end. Would that be fair?
6 months in a leaky boat.
Yeah, but would that be fair that we leaked goals out the back?
Oh, too easily.
Horrible.
Our defence was up too high.
Yeah, well they got sucked up the
And
ground.
they look really quick, those goals they were running in on.
Well, that's because they had no one there. So with no one chasing it, you can look quick. Yeah, I know. Eddie was pretty quiet. I have my theory on why Eddie was quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember the last couple of games, was when he was vilified, racially vilified?
Yes.
So I'm wondering if there's a little bit of anxiousness going out on the ground. Will he hear something? Will something be said? And then all the attention gets on him again. Luckily, JJ took the heat for it because, let's face it, JJ's been in the news a bit. But we'll get to the end of the game because that was so much fun in that. Trolling everybody. I tell you.
Well, Two Crows was trolling everybody.
Oh, it's hopeless. I had control of Twitter and I was sending out every meme that was relevant. The Charlie Dixon copped it. Chad Whingegard, fainting goat, Wobbie Gray. Wobbie and Westie and Whinging.
The dick dive.
Oh, God. They're absolutely hopeless with their dive. I'm appalled.
They're better than those. They've got really good. I think they need to take up diving.
Oh, seriously, can Robbie Gray play football? Let's be honest, can Robbie Gray play football?
Yeah, he can play football.
Right, so why does he have to dive like a douche?
And look for free kicks all the time. And
constantly.
Points at the man.
And he gets touched in the back and he goes flying like someone shot him.
That was hardly it.
It was barely a 50. It was a 50-50.
It was exaggerated on his behalf.
It was a 50-50 or whether it was a 50. But there's footage of Westie going around, we've retweeted it out, where he dives in at Bryce Gibbs's legs. And you can see him actually propel himself at Gibbs's legs looking for a free. And Whingegard, well, he fell over with Luke Brown just breathing down his neck.
And he's throwing his head around.
He's throwing his head around and sometimes he doesn't know whether to throw it forward or throw it back because no one's actually made contact with him.
But anyway, it was holding the ball.
It was done like a dinner. But enough about them. Let's get back to us.
What a flog.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Let's have a look at some of the people I thought were really quiet because we're going to go into our 3-2-1. We won, so I'm not going to drag too much out, but Tom Lynch had a challenging game until he kicked that magnificent goal, which I think...
No, he was pretty...
I thought he couldn't run. He looked buggered.
He looked very exhausted.
But that was first quarter.
That last quarter, he stepped up.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Actually, the whole team stepped up in that last quarter.
Absolutely. Well, did anyone notice that Boogie went down with a leg injury? It was in the first 2 minutes of the game.
But he was also holding his...
Yeah, there was a spot where he went in his right ankle.
Down that.
Yep. Down by his ankles.
Down near his shins.
He's had a lot of ankle problems too.
He's an explosive player, and I think they need to rein him back a bit because...
No, I love it. But they need to make sure he's fit enough.
But then again, he also did a job on Polec too.
Yep. Oh, mum cuts his hair. Never let your mum cut your hair when you're in your 20s. Come on, Polec. Oh, that's a shocker. He's got a rough head.
At least got an MB groomed or something.
He's actually got a rough head, hasn't he? Poor bugger. That's a rough head.
I would want to meet him in the...
I'd just run. I'd ask him if he could ring a bell for me. What about Lady? He got tagged. That's 2 games in a row now.
They put Darcy Byrne-Jones on him.
Yep. So because people said, did anyone notice Lady in the forward line sneaking up? That's because Darcy Byrne was just trying to lose a tag. Still, how much did he impact? Along with there's a few players that come to play in the last 10 minutes. But Lady really stepped up.
When the game pressure was on, he was getting those crucial spoils. Even getting the hand in there.
Can I mention some of the other Klanger brothers? Yeah. And I'm going to put some of my favourites in here, which hurts me and pains me because some of them have got votes in my best 3-2-1. But initially, so this isn't later. Later on, it all dissipated, but under the pressure of it.
Dissipated.
Yeah, you like that word?
Oh, I like that one.
Crouch, Rat, Milera. But
early on, Milera was
shaky,
fumbly.
So
even Crouch was very fun. He was dropping like a hot cake.
And but the redemption was oh so sweet.
Well, Crouch kicked that beautiful goal.
The redemption was oh so sweet.
My
lord, I love that.
Beautiful.
Sloan, so much gut running. Didn't get a lot of it, but geez.
How was that one-handed pickup?
Doesn't he get to a contest?
That was sexy.
I know. I don't know if I'd call it that, but
no, that was.
It was just awesome.
It was explosive. It was
absolutely.
Powerful. It was like, I've got a claw.
Yeah. It was always his. It's like there was not even a thought in his mind that he wasn't going to get that ball. Salt! I just wanted to put that out there every so often.
Tourette's.
Salty.
My head is spinning. Salty.
The parts I didn't like, as I said, we talked about Whingegard, Wobbie and Westie with Floplov's brothers. They were horrible.
Who?
The Floplov brothers, the bloody Whingegard, Wobbie and Westie.
Floplov.
And then you get into Whinging. You've got Whingegard, Wobbie and Dixon and Westie and Peppa.
Do they really call him Wobbie?
Yeah, no, my gross fans call him Wobbie. They seriously whinging constantly to the umpire. Peppa, who are you? Because seriously, did you see Tex
Skinhead
at half time?
No.
As they went to walk off, like coming up to the bench, wherever, ready to separate. Tex was getting stuck in the Peppa and Travis boat until Port Power's favourite man, the what's that umpire that was there?
Yeah,
him. I can't think of his name.
Nichols,
their best mate Nichols, came in and oh, don't affect my little Port Power players. Oh God, he was such a pain though, that umpire.
Yeah, because he's trying to be like Peppa with his.
Oh, is that it? They were trying to be.
Well, what about the microwave on their bench?
Old habits die hard at Alberton. They pitched it.
Did they steal that from Ballarat?
Yeah, probably. And that was the Crows one in there. They just can't help themselves. Old habits die hard down the port.
What's with that? Why do they carry microwave
2-minute noodles?
Did you see that photo though?
He's standing there
in the background, and you see the back of the microwave. What's that?
Oh, I don't know. Store their IQ in there.
They're unusual.
Oh, it's nice. It's unusual. Yeah.
It's different.
Oh, I tell you what. And what about their players? Like their boom recruits, Jack Watts. What?
Salt.
Pittard. He had a shocker. And I love that about him.
He was on the news tonight actually.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Talking about his tattoos?
No, because in the GWS game with Port Adelaide, the Port Adelaide fans were applauded him when he got a kick right.
I know plenty of Port Power fans, and that's exactly how they feel. In fact, before the game they went, oh, he's playing, you've got the game in the bag. Motlop? Did he do enough?
No.
Rockcliffe? Came in and out of it, I thought, but nothing outstanding.
Well, apparently they didn't spend enough time on the ground, according. That's their excuse.
Ebert?
No. Oh, no, hang on a minute.
Ebert
did do a good job on Sloan.
So he was on Sloan?
Yes.
Okay. Elephantitis Mum cuts his hair.
He was good in the first quarter.
And then what did we do differently?
We put Knight on him.
Right. Boogie boy. Even injured.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had an impact on him. Okay, here's some decisions. When Pittard, in the last minute of the second quarter, he walked a point with no pressure on him. How JJ and Eddie stopped like this, and Pittard had the ball.
Yeah, but it was but it was close. Like it had to be.
He could have. Exemption of
9 metres.
No, that's not an exemption. You can't just rush it through. That has to be under pressure.
It was under pressure though.
They didn't. They weren't.
Oh well, it should have been.
Oh, dodgy.
Deliberate.
And Jared Healy, he
was barracking.
Absolutely.
Sure.
He was like straight. Oh, that's under pressure. And with Whingegard, when Watley was like straight. Oh, he's under pressure. Like when he got pushed in the back. Like when he took a dive. Oh, he didn't take a dive. He was under pressure. I'm like, what? So he went for a nap.
So you know why he's doing that though, don't you? Because Gary Lyon's on the couch, and Gary Lyon was the one who came out the other week and called them whingers.
Oh, okay.
So Gerard Healy's the co-host.
Trying to protect him. Is that what it is?
That's what that is, I reckon.
True.
That's just me putting my own ruminating on it.
Well, then, we talk about other things with freeze. JJ being held, no freeze. People said that he was being worn like a coat, and yet he wasn't getting free kicks.
Who's that?
JJ, especially in the second half.
Oh.
He was being held left, right, and centre. Oh, I don't know.
He's, the last two.
He proved the point.
The last two showdowns.
No, Dixon proved the point.
Salt.
He only proved the point.
No, Dixon in the last two showdowns has kicked 0-1.
I know, it's awesome.
That's pathetic.
Okay, here's one question for us. Why did Eddie pass to Gibbs?
I don't know.
And why wasn't Gibbs' called a mark?
Because it's in his range.
Why didn't Gibbs call it? Why wasn't Gibbs' mark called a mark? It was play on.
What one?
He marked it when Eddie kicked it to him, and then he marked it.
Wasn't it 15 metres? 15, but it doesn't matter though.
Yes, it was. It was 15. No, it got knocked out of his hands.
Oh, no, yeah, I know the one. No, that was a mark. I actually went off at that.
Yeah.
I actually threw my phone.
I'm pretty sure you would have. Yeah. That's not a good smart thing to do. What about Gooch's goal on the 50? What about Gooch's goal on the 50?
Oh, that was good. The way he brought that ball back, I thought it was going in for us.
So did I. It just swung back. I loved it. Crouch grabbing his right hand. I didn't like that.
No.
You know, after he did a kick and he sort of moved behind. He finished out the game, so I don't know what that was about.
Oh, he'll do it next week.
What I did love, and this is in the third quarter.
You liked a lot of things.
I did. Eddie Betts, he chased Lena, right? And
I like that kid actually.
He didn't play too bad. He got him spinning around, got rid of the ball. Lena got rid of the ball to number 43. Is that Houston? We got a problem?
I think it
Whoever
is.
43 is for the other mob.
We'll call them the other mob.
And he kicked the ball out and Eddie ran in and spoilt it and pushed it through for a point. Then I thought, okay, Eddie's back in the game. Because you've been pretty quiet up to that point. Like
the smother?
Tentative, yeah.
Up the southern end?
Yeah, and it went through for a point.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And what about how Houston dropped the ball in the last quarter down the cathedral end? And they were all over him.
Yeah.
Dropped it like a hot cake. And the reason why I just elaborated on, we'll call them the other mob. Nick Butler on tonight's news called the Crows the other mob.
Oh, really? No, I don't care.
When Dean Brogan was there talking about it.
I don't care. What about, I thought Anthony Hudson, I listened to the replay, Anthony Hudson, when, Tom Lynch's goal, that was the best thing he did. Yeah. Right? He kicked this goal, he goes, he went for glory and now he's covered in it. And I'm like, ew. It's just, don't think it's funny? I thought it was hilarious. That's stupid though. Oh, he had a couple faux pas, tweeted them out, won't go back over them again.
Yeah.
Talia.
He's a good caller though, Ali.
Yeah.
He's good at calling shows.
He's trying to come up with stuff to say, like he's just not quite.
He's trying to be
Bruce.
a Dennis committee.
Oh, okay, that's big shoes to fill.
Oh, I like Dennis.
Yeah.
They need to bring him back for the big games.
You say that every week, but it's
I know.
not. He's retired.
Well, he needs to come back.
No, he won't.
Come back, Dennis. Dennis.
Hashtag come back, Dennis. Now, getting into the fourth quarter, this is where the action really heated up. Would that be fair? Because let's face it, we did not lead at any change. Any siren change, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, except for the important one, the last one. So, but the first 2 minutes of the final quarter, what happens?
They kick a goal.
No, Talia, bang, dudes across his leg.
Oh, the corky to his calf.
Yeah, and he was off. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Shivers. And what happened? Keith. Jeez, they do a good job.
He's on Hardo's heels.
Hardo is going to be hard pressed to get back in. I believe, to be honest, Hardo's got that injury now. I'd actually leave Keith in. They said he's good for tall matchups, but
he's got speed.
He has got a lot of speed, and he gets up the ground quite quickly because of that said speed.
Was it on the Crows show, or was it on that other 7+ show where they had Keith on there, and he wants to obviously evolve his game, but he also said that he would like to kick 50-metre goals.
Oh, okay. Well,
he wants to put that in his repertoire.
And do I mind that?
No, not at all. So
imagine him streaking forward and kicking one from outside 50.
Well, dudes can do it.
Well, speaking of dudes, here's another one. I don't think it was just Keith that stood up in that final quarter. I think it was dudes. He had a magnificent game.
What about
and
do that?
While we're talking about that, Booba Smith's first game back.
Quiet.
But you'd expect.
He stood tall in the last quarter too. Just his pressure.
He found it hard though.
He did. He only had 14 touches, but
it's more than I thought he had, to be brutally honest.
At the end of the day,
we
he's back, and we've missed. Oh, we missed the seed.
Yeah, we do. He's not on your list either.
No, he's not.
Better put that up there. But yeah, so that happened. The Smothers. Can I get into the Smothers? Now this is getting into
the whole. Many?
Well, yeah, in that final quarter, you've got Boogie, Laird,
Boogie, yes, on
Milera,
near the interchange.
Laird,
Laird,
Rat,
Yeah.
Milera.
The last 2 minutes. Yeah, that was great.
That absolutely, some of the work that went on to the go there. So I've got a couple of things that I want to mention because I've just been mentioning them all the time. My boy Milera. I told you I sat and wrote notes.
Oh.
Milera, his fend-offs. Robbie Gary and Floplop.
Oh,
you see him in all the Crows Floplop. You see him in all the Crows footage and everything else for Plays of the Day, the Iguana. Watch the Iguana video. Well, they got his footage of my boy Milera and playing
it's not just your boy.
overdubbed with with David Attenborough doing the Iguana scene about an iguana. You got to just watch it on the Crows app. It's hilarious. And someone, you're a champion, whoever you are, has done the Titanic music to the last quarter. I would have loved for him to do Iceberg Right Ahead when they had Ollie Wines kicking for goal. Because realistically, at that point, I said,
would have put them,
I thought if he kicks that,
I thought he was going to kick him.
That's game over. Well, I assumed he was, to be brutally honest.
Would have put them
when it went out,
16 points up.
My little voice inside my head said, "We can do it," and I'm like, "Shut up! Don't give me false hope."
Up.
But I did have false hope, and luckily it wasn't false hope.
Well,
Gooch missed straight out in front. That was disappointing.
I'm going to tell you the moment where I thought we could win the game.
Oh, when the ball bounced?
No.
When
Crouch kicked that goal.
Oh, well, that's what people said. That was the winner. Like more, not JJ's or anything else. That was the
when Crouch
moment.
Took that.
He's the only one that got on with it at the 50-metre line. Really,
he took it upon himself and did it. But he did you notice he come out on that aim? Out a little bit.
Yeah, left footers often do that. Yeah, left footers do that. Quite often do that.
Get a bit of purchase on that left foot.
Dude's got another goal, even though from it was a bit of a 50 metre penalty. Still got punched in the back of the head, so I'll take that.
and knocked him to the ground.
Yeah, and because I'd mentioned enough times that Dude's
been on the... he'd come back from concussion as well, mind you.
Yeah, and that's what I was... Remember I brought up, though, that my conspiracy? And so now Dude's getting on the better end of the calls? That's the power of me.
The power of TwoCrow.
Mm-hmm. How come then Luke Brown gets tackled by Peppa Pig, handballs the ball, and even Healy said he handballed it, and he got called holding the ball.
Yes, where he
got rid of it. He handballed it.
Yes, he handballed it, but he had it for a long time.
No, not as long as they bloody let him do it. Bloody.
I've seen him do 360s.
Trips. Dixon on Gibbs, and there was another one as well. There was
tripping.
Tripping. Did they get side?
They're pigs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Just see my mum go.
That'd be good. The salt would be good for the pork.
Oh, I reckon you'd get a lot of crackling out of that pork, wouldn't you? We've been going back into that. Houston, we have a problem when he tripped on the kick out. You said about that. D-Max to Crouch was a 50-metre goal. That put us in front for the first time.
That was a cracking kick.
D-Max really came back in underdone.
I've seen him today, by the way.
If anyone's seen me, I put out a tweet after the game just to sort of explain the magnitude of that win. Do you like that? Pretty much, we had, D-Max was underdone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'd just come straight back from injury. He didn't get SANFL time.
No, correct.
We had Bubba Smith had been out for a while. Just a bit, just a short period of time.
Just a
tiny bit of time. Yeah, nearly a year, but he was fine. But he only had 2 games, and you and I said that wasn't worth it.
Third.
Yep. And who else came back in from injury? There was someone else.
There was 4 changes.
Yeah. So who were the others?
Do they?
Yep. No,
he
that
wasn't
the week short.
Off.
Yeah, that's fine. Who else was the other one? I feel like I'm missing someone.
We do they? Smith, McKay. Someone
important. Sorry, mate. Whoever we forgot who you are.
Who was the other player?
Cheney was out. Who came in for Cheney? That was D-Mac. Can't think of it. Anywho, plus we were missing...
Ella Shulman.
Oh, Ella Shulman, that's it. Actually, he did all right. I have to say, he impacted the game well. Daniel Tarley off. Riley Knight injured.
I want someone...
Right, but hang on. Richard Douglas was out. Is still out. Mitch McGovern out. Colin
Had
Hartigan
off
out.
the bench.
Yep. Cheney off.
On the bench, I should say.
And there's still some top-end talent that was not on the ground or playing at full capacity. So I was very proud of the win.
Like another 4 changes last week, for goodness sakes. You know what I mean?
And we're going to have more changes this week, I reckon.
I think Douglas and McGovern will come back if his AC's alright.
Yeah, if it is. Eddie finally stopped thinking about it and just kicked a goal.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know, him and Tex, that ball just drifted left down the northern end. Like, normally goals that they would gobble up, they just went even, lucky if they went in for a point down the opposite side.
Didn't Tex kick one out in the full?
Yeah, shocker. Okay, here we go. JJ's goal, we've got to talk about it properly. how good was it just to watch it? Like, during the pressure of the game...
Well, what I loved is
go.
how both forwards took their defenders forward and made both their defenders go to ground. So therefore, there was a loose ball, ground ball. What'd they do? Pick it up. Jenkins turns around and kicks the bloody goal.
Well, but the lead up to it,
the contentious goal.
Yeah, you had Gooch had his head over the ball, nearly got it taken out, and the centre square. This was the lead up to it. You had Laird smother, Rat's desperation to come in, nearly took out someone else, and the Rat's mark. Tex got called ping for holding the ball. That made me very nervous. People seem surprised by that, but he took the player on.
He fended off.
Then Milera on Boak. Oh my lord, you know me. I've shared that gif 100 times. Where Boak just ran on, and Boak tried to take him on in the first 2 minutes of the game. But Boak tried to take Milera on, a 20-year-old player. Boak's trying to rough him up, and I kept that picture on Facebook. But Milera gets
Port Adelaide's oldest player on the list versus the youngest Crows player.
One of our youngest one, The
youngest Crows player. He's our youngest.
That's how tough Boak is, though. He goes for the youngest. He went for the Iguana, and the Iguana snapped back. Because when it was...
The Iguana hatched and evolved right at that moment.
When the game was on the line, their captain, now where's all the calls for his head, could not keep that ball. Milera bounced him.
Milera knocked him straight off. Knocked him fair on his bum. The ball.
Yep. And then he got the ball and kicked it into the guts.
And he took time to assess the area.
Yep. Yeah.
To assess the area.
Rory's tap, then Gooch, Laird spoil, Alex Keith, Rory slowing. Now this is that channel of play. This is leading up to Rat's mark.
Yeah, but you have to talk about Rory first.
Well, Keith gets it through to Rory, handballs off to Rory. And if you watch the video footage, because it naturally be on...
And Gibbs gives it to back...
And Gibbs, Gibbs gets involved in that as well.
Back to Sloane.
Gives it back to Sloane. But you can see Sloane, he's at the 50, his arms extend short. Just for that little period of time, he's going for goal. There's plus 30 plus seconds, 40 seconds on the clock or something silly.
Yep.
And you can just see him. You can almost pinpoint the moment he changes his mind. Pulls his arms back in and sets up a player. Rory Sloane for that alone.
No. And you know what? That is poor for Port Adelaide, because by then they should have had everyone manned up. Yep. But there was loose men everywhere.
They were waiting for the ball out the back.
Absolutely, they were.
That's what they were waiting for, the ball out the back.
And they were going to try and rebound it.
Because if Rory kicked that 3-point or goal or whatever, it goes back to the centre and Port get possession of it. So to give it to Rat and let him just milk the clock. Although I would have loved the cameras later on when you look at the footage is to actually see all the players' reaction when the siren went. But we didn't really get to see that. So, so there was different parts in that. But I thought the booing of Robbie Gray at the end of it, he won the Showdown medal.
No, I didn't like that. I tweeted about that.
No, I mean, and people said, the Power fans booed Tex during the Phil Walsh Showdown. I'm like, yeah, but we need to be better than that. I didn't like the fact that Robbie Gray didn't speak, because that was really snubbing the Variety Club. He took it off because it's embarrassed to win it because your team lost. But they have to stop voting about 10 minutes before it's already on eBay. But the voting is finished about 10 minutes before the game's finished. Now, like everyone said, that last 10 minutes determined the game. And heroes were created and villains were created all at once. Yeah. Now, for me, everyone goes, Robbie Gray kicked 4 goals. I'm like, yep. One was a gimme, hand pass from Westie, and one was a dodgy 50-metre penalty. So he kicked 2 good goals. Now, Whingegard kicked 4 goals.
As Marcus
Whingegard kicked 4 goals. I'm not knocking Gray. He did some great things, but when you put it in the context of where he appeared in coaches' votes... He had about 20 possessions, and his efficiency was low. And if you look at his Dream Team points, he was about 12th on the list. There's all these other players above him that absolutely smashed him in every other statistic and everything else, and yet he got awarded the medal. It should go to the winning team because that does seem right. Unless there's someone, like they said, that kicks the ball, kicks 10 goals, then,
that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you were saying something?
I don't know if you've seen Mark Rashido's
yes.
tweet with regards to texting
just text in the vote. Yeah.
You can't do it.
Why not?
Because I'm going to give you the process of how that's all.
Oh, make it quick, salty boy.
So basically what happens is a Crows official goes to the broadcast box, whoever's voting in the broadcast box, and then to the media box and gets the vote. It's not as though that the people who vote take it down to the Crows official or port official, whoever the home.
Why can't they all just get given a phone?
Because anyone can do it. Like, you know, they can say,
if
I'm Mark Bickley, for example, I can say, here, Stephen, can you do that for me? And he might put in a wrong vote.
That's his own fault then.
Well, then that person...
But you could do that. The person that takes the votes down could change a couple over.
But it's a Crows official, or...
Because they keep them written down, and then they show the votes, and then they match them up later.
Well...
It's not that hard, surely. You've got time. There's always talking to someone. It's not that hard. Someone could come from the media box. Someone could come from the Crows box. Someone can come from the Power box.
That's why it's done earlier as well.
Yeah, but someone could be sitting there waiting to collect them, and those 3 or 4 people run down to a central person who gets on a bloody, I don't know, calculator, adds it up. Not that hard. They could speak to the winning captain. They could do a couple things before they introduce the showdown medalist. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Bang.
Well,
I fixed it. I fixed it, Ant.
Yeah, you've done it.
Salt.
Hashtag 2 crows.
Hashtag. We better get moving on. We talked a lot about the footy.
Yeah,
but it was a bloody good game.
To talk about.
We'll do a 3, 2, 1. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Wobbie.
I'm going to do mine.
Go.
And you've had most of the podcast.
Well, you didn't write enough notes, obviously.
No,
There you go, son. That's how it works.
Gibbs, Jenkins, Crouch for mine. 3, 2, 1. Gibbs, Jenkins, Crouch.
Okay. Yeah.
Yours is it?
Well, mine went Crouch, Gibbs, Jenkins. Although Gibbs and Jenkins and Crouch, seriously, as long as those 3 are in there, that would be fair, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
You know my usual, I have to have honorary mentions.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few honorary mentions in there. I'm going to
have notes in
Sloane, Milera, Duday, and even Cam Ellis-Yeoman, because, you know, I've got to be... I can ride him like a, horse in the Melbourne Cup. But he did some silly things, but geez, he put some... When you have a look at the 1%ers and pressure acts, he was right up there. Absolutely right up there. Okay. Greenwood was quite well held, I thought.
Nah, he was quiet.
Yeah.
I will say he's quiet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Will you go with that?
Yeah.
You happy with that, Anthony?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go on with movers, shakers, tankers, and...
Fakers! Salt.
Hey, what was that thing you were telling me that happened to you in year 12?
Oh, well, my chemistry teacher, Ali, decided to throw sodium chloride at me.
Oh my God, isn't that assault?
I think it's assault, Ali. What should I do? Is it too late to report it for assault?
Assault factory. Oh, keep them coming. Movers. Well, we have to put GWS in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Playing 16 on the ground. That's a few injuries, man. Luckily, we're playing them next.
Yeah, but they get some good players back.
4 first-round picks go out, 4 first-round picks come back in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's they flogged Carlton, 105 points, 100 points.
Carlton are Thomas, and they get a priority pick out of that. That is bullshit. Bullshort.
So they're going
to
so they're going
to call it bullshit.
So the AFL is going to reward
poor management
and poor management.
Yep. You got more first round picks than,
It's about time we bottom out. But we'll never bottom out.
No, we're not that type of club. We talk about movers, let's talk about shakers, Anthony. Who are the shakers?
Oh, it's our club.
Adelaide. Let's go. Go you Crows. We're not salty.
No, we're just over the moon.
We're cockapoo. A rooster and
salty.
a hoop.
I'm so friggin' happy.
Oh, geez, you're not bloody wrong. So was I.
Do you think we've stuffed up their top 4 chances?
Geez, I hope so. That would be my dream come true. Right there.
And they finished 7th. Well, really, realistically, they haven't even qualified for finals yet.
They will.
They had us. They got West Coast.
Yeah, but they're going to be now without Gaff and without Nick Nat.
Bombers.
Yep. I think they'll lose the Collingwood one, but
I think they'll lose the Bombers.
Okay.
I've always said to you, Power do not cope when the pressure's on them, and they do not cope with teams who kick the ball well.
Well, they're coming up against the first 2 being West Coast and Pies with a lot of injuries.
But What I'm saying here is
yes.
West Coast are very methodical with the way they use their ball.
So you reckon that'll get them?
Yeah, they're very, they play very much a
if
tempo
they beat
style.
them, though. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, I hope they beat them.
I'm gonna get those little packets of salt, take them under my eyes, and go for a run.
Port Adelaide's new sponsor.
Sacks of salt.
CSR comes on board.
No, not Saxa. Olsen's and Saxa.
Oh yeah. And
Or Maldon.
McCormick's.
Or McCormick's. Yeah, bring out McCormick's. You name it, they're bringing out the salt.
You got salt in your eye?
I do. I have now. I said so much. Salt.
Salt. Do you know the other day?
Tankers. We've already said them.
No. The
Carlton. Yeah. Fakers.
Oh, Wobbie.
Yep. Westie.
And Whingegard. Do you know the other day?
Yes.
There was a Port supporter.
Oh no.
Standing in a paddock, just staring down this cow.
What happened to the cow?
Bloody turned into jerky. And it becomes so salty. It's just the amount of salt.
Oh God. That was now down at Alberton, you can't move. Just salt everywhere. You know like how they get street sweepers? Now street sweepers come and get salt off the road.
Brine.
That's who should come in there, this little tin of brine. Oh, salty,
dear.
your salt's all that's salt.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, whinges. We're not whingers, but we're going to whinge anyway.
Yeah. So, things, I tell you what, the memes going around, they were clever. So there's someone stitched them together, and I love this. They had the, Wobbie taking the flop. Wobbie when he got hit and he just flew sideways, and then they stitched it with the fainting goat, and they put a number 9 on the side of the fainting goat. If they had good footage of Whingegard flying through the air, you could actually do that as well, diving over nothing. I think that would actually be a good that would be a good one. All the salty melts. Oh, the crows trolling the Pear on Twitter. At top of Adelaide Arcade, they go, now that's a nice post.
With the crow's flag.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
It's a real one.
Yeah. And then they've also got that one, we take it back post. You know, where they had someone hit the post, and it was like that damn post. And then after JJ's goal, they're like, sorry, goal post, we take it all back. And all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. And even
so that,
crows
is that a traditional thing?
I've never noticed
it before.
But it was funny. I loved it.
So
what about some of the memes that you saw? Because I was sharing as many as I could. There was some salt going around with Power fans. Like, there was abuse. Like, a lot of stuff we can't even read out here because people were going off. We were laughing at it earlier. Someone went to change.org, whatever. They're trying to start up a petition to get the game result changed.
Oh.
Had about 6 signatures.
Really?
Yeah.
We need to take a screenshot.
And they're going to go
that.
take legal action. And do you see the ones that have taken legal action?
Oh yeah, as if fans.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what I love? How Gil
upset.
McLaughlin just comes out and says, no, it was a goal.
We're also going to media meltdown or media hysteria. Whinging Ken. Can I start with Ken? Salt. Ken comes out. Now, let's face it, he's going to be a little bit unhappy. He just lost a showdown by a kick, right?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't want to whinge, I don't want to complain, but let me complain. Because he had to go on about it, didn't he?
A monumental failure.
Yeah. Although, and if you were the AFL, you'd be embarrassed, wouldn't you? Because you failed.
Because you failed.
But yet, he said today that he doesn't know if it was because he slammed JJ. He said when the player
admits, and he didn't admit. He said, "I think."
I think it hit the post. I thought it hit the post. I think it hit the post.
That's what is annoying me. Is
so people
he never clarified? Said yes. I think it's
and they've got that footage of where it sounds like it's a point. Like it looks like something like it's a point when he's hugging Gooch. But we don't know what was said before that because they were moving. He said, "Oh, it could be a point. It might be a point."
But he
was at an angle as well.
But also, Ali, if you've just kicked the sealer in the showdown, why wasn't his celebration exuberant?
Well, he thought maybe it hit the post.
True.
Okay, my reply to that is, why weren't the power fans behind the goal going off?
There was a power...
Because that is the biggest thing. Now, you're going to get some that sit there and say it was a point, like we would. But... You know how normally they all jump up and go off?
Yeah.
That was missing.
And there was also...
That was missing.
Yeah, no, you're right. And there was also a power player right on the goal line. He didn't go off his bananas.
Ah, interesting. Because JJ was on an angle. If the ball's spinning, he might have thought it hit the post because of the way it was spinning.
And normally you can hear that.
Yeah.
You know that? When it shades, sometimes you hear that.
I think there would have been enough
And these people who think that Snicko is the answer... How on earth are you going to hear
I'd hit it with my elbow.
the noise?
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. And these line-up goals.
No, I don't know. They take one thing and then, they need to get better video footage. Would that be correct?
Yeah,
they do need to do
they
that.
They need to put some more funding into the ground.
Any ground that plays for points in this billion-dollar industry, AFL points, and I don't care if it's bloody out on Mars, bloody Ballarat, they need the same goal line technology. You can't just have it at the MCG and Etihad and own that.
No, that's fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fair enough.
Crap.
That's fair enough. What about
Adelaide
Perth
Oval,
Stadium?
how many millions have been put on that? What about Perth Stadium?
Doesn't it have the new setup either?
No, I
that's
don't think
disgusting.
it's only...
But...
Yes.
Because I wouldn't call... Because they're saying that was a howler. That wasn't a howler.
No.
I'll tell you what was a howler was in the 2011 Grand Final with Tom Hawkins.
Yes.
That was clearly a behind.
And?
He went through as a goal. That was in a grand final. Now that's a howler.
Yep, I agree. Now they're saying, the Crows have ruined Port's final series or chance of playing finals, and I'm like,
the Crows were the better team on the day.
If the Crows have that type of power over you, you must really suck. Seriously, if you're in control of your own destiny.
Absolutely.
Wobbie,
the Crows could say the same thing with that 5-point loss in round bloody 7.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. How many of the close losses have we been... So, someone actually put it really into perspective, okay? What is the difference? Why is there this kerfuffle? I used to be kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Over a goal, right? The goal umpire. What about the umpire that pays a ridiculous free kick out in front of goal? That's a certain goal.
Yeah.
No, seriously. That costs games.
Absolutely.
More than the goal umpire calling a goal or a point.
What about... Absolutely, correct. But what about also in last year's elimination final with Whingegard, where that ball is silly touched by McGovern, but they put it through as a goal?
That's right, and he didn't tell him that it was...
Exactly right.
And don't even get me started then. Oh, come on, can we get to it? One of my favourites, though.
Hey, Koshy!
Oh, no, we'll
get you get the Koshy!
Koshy, he was so... I actually saw him.
He
was salty. He goes, we have different value standards, implying that they had that. And I'm like, someone should have just retweeted him that...
He's the biggest...
Oh, was he? Someone said, he was joking. Like, nah, he was agitated. Oh, man. Especially when Sam Mac had a band play the Crow song and saw the little bird and he ran across the screen with his crow scarf. I loved him so much. No. Let's get to some of the others. The salty one. The biggest... I reckon this person was actually more salty than anyone else. Would you agree with that? Kane Corns.
It's just... Why is he so inflammatory with his... use of English?
Because he doesn't actually either know English, like I don't right now. He doesn't actually know how to formulate sentences correctly. Because he said...
need to make everything
but
sound
he said,
so bad.
he said it was a goal. He didn't. Tell me where he said that.
No, he didn't say that at all.
Right, but when you put it in writing like that, Crows Paw fans are going to see that, they're going to go off. Crows fans actually go off. So you're only doing it for attention.
He's an attention-seeking moron.
But he was going off about things being challenged and this and that and the Crows.
Oh, he was finding every little thing to try and make it come back to Port.
But you know what every Crows fan said to him?
And they shouldn't have lost it.
You know what Crows fan said to him? Well, Ollie once kicked the goal, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Absolutely.
You know that? Is it now? Where's the write-up from Corns going why Ollie Wine shouldn't be captain because he can't stand up in big games? Where's that story?
He changed that ball for something terrible.
I know. It was hilarious. But do you know what I mean?
Why did he go around the body?
Why don't you just drop punch
just
kick it?
Drop punch it.
Through?
Do players don't know how to drop punt the ball anymore?
No,
clearly not.
They'll do really cool stuff. Well, I bet you take that out of his repertoire now.
He hit the ball smack bang in the belly of the ball. No.
I call that karma.
Straight out
I
of
call that
that's karma.
Now, Rucci, I'd love to tell you what Rucci wrote. But guess what? Blocked. We've been blocked again. Rooch! Come on, Rooch!
Listen to he's standing on the outside.
Yeah, I haven't done any standing on the outsides for a while, so he's probably got bored with us just smashing him. It's not worth listening anymore. Blocked, can't even tell you
what. We don't
what
smash Rooch, do we?
No, really, we just annoy him a bit.
No, I think...
We smash corns,
I
and he
think
still
at
follows
Two
us.
Crows podcast, we, this is probably the most trolling we've done.
This one?
To date, on Two Crows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot. I was annoying people.
Yes.
I wanted to go find a few of them out there. Mind you,
You're
there was
on fire.
one.
At one stage, I went off my phone a bit. I had rows and rows of notifications.
Oh, I tell you what, at the end of that game, I was shaking.
By the way, I don't have any control over Winnipeg.
Hey, blame me. It's all good. A Power fans, salty. Oh man, that was hilarious.
So salty.
My head is spinning. I'm so salty. Koshi, whinging, whiny, salty, Paffan, salty, Ruchi. Someone retweeted his article. Thank you. That was salty. Although he's not quite as salty as salty corns and whinging.
What did he say in his article?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
No, I don't pay attention to him either. But we're talking about him.
Poor Rooch. Oh, Rooch. Now, who sent me a picture of him? You did?
When?
Someone sent me a picture of him and his rough head in a. He must have been in. He was wearing a new jacket. Rooch got another new jacket. I got to do something about that. Roochie, just let me have some fun. You know, at least give me a jacket with some really cool writing on it, so I can bring it into and bring you some recognition that you deserve.
Who sent you that? Someone on Two Crows.
Cat, actually.
Oh,
she sent
Katarina.
Yeah, she sent that to me. Salt. Oh, we've been a bit serious now. There's so much I could go through.
There is
here.
so much.
So much.
Let's talk about. Have we got a bit of a sidebar at all?
Sidebar. Well, can I make it? Oh, I'm going to have a whinge. Have I whinged enough for a bit? I want to bring up and talk about AFLW.
Yeah.
So I'll give a run on the AFLW. But Anthony really needs to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna keep going for a while. Let's see how long he can hang on for.
I've been holding on for quite some time here.
No, you sit down. We got to finish this conversation.
Salty. I'm going to squeeze some.
What about the women's game? Try to reduce it to 6 weeks. Now come on.
I think it's a good idea, actually.
Oh, you do not, you moronic. Using your words against me.
No, I think it's good because...
Go on, you're just trying to be inflammatory. You're not Kane Corns. You're not that big an idiot.
I think it's a disgrace the AFL women's game.
The AFL keep talking it up, like what they're doing. Now, how much more involvement did they get in the game? Through the Women's League? How many more teams and people? Thousands of women joined all over Australia. They built women's clubs that didn't even exist. And it's like the AFL have got them and go, oh, well, we've got them engaged now. We'll just drop them like a hot potato. Because it's not making enough money. Well, hang on a minute. You put $9 million into the entire competition. You poured $20 million into Gold Coast Suns, which did 2/3 of Sweet FA.
It's done nothing.
You did $24 million
into St Kilda.
Come on, you can actually bring about change. 6 weeks is a bloody insult.
I'm going to say something as well. Now, if I'm a sponsor of any AFLW club...
why would you want to do it?
Why would you want to do it?
7 weeks if you're lucky.
For example, Adelaide have probably got the best sponsorship throughout the competition.
Great sponsorships.
Why would you want to sponsor an AFLW team?
Okay, well, answer me this. Why bring in 2 more teams and then cut the round back by 2?
6.
And then you want to have 4. Oh, we don't want to run into the men's game. Yeah, okay, well...
they need their standalone product. If it's going to get the sponsors and, I guess, the commercialisation of the competition, they need to put more of it on the TV so it starts to get its own audience.
That seems quite simple. You would think automatically it gets out.
Not reduce it.
I know. And they're trialling new rules in there too. So I'll tweet out the new rules as well.
And you know what? I'm going to quote Daisy Pearson. I think she's spot on. It's a gimmick.
I don't often...
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, it reduces it to a gimmick. And an exhibition.
Absolutely.
Get rid of bloody AFLX.
What are they going to start trialling?
AFLX. How fantastic was that, wasn't it? Hey?
Stupid.
It was
we won the premiership.
AFLX.
Yeah, we got a plastic trophy.
Yeah. AFLX, get rid of it.
No, get rid of it. What?
What was the point of it? It did
Bring
nothing.
back the... Because
let the women's game play through there. It's not... Someone actually... There was someone following, I can't give you due credit here, I'm sorry, but they put it about when to run the women's game. And it was out of the heat.
Started in January.
But it was out of the heat, though. And they had it in between, and that it could finish on a bye, like the men's bye, and you could have the final during there.
The AFLW also deserves its own grand final standalone time.
Oh, don't pit it up against round 1. Who's going to be interested? You know, they'll probably make it clash.
Well, I tell you what, I've switched off by then. I'm focusing on the men.
Yeah, well, I struggled. Well, Crows weren't in it, so I lost interest.
And it was round 1.
And it was round 1.
It was round 1. But I'm unsure what they're trying to achieve, Ali.
I actually don't know because it's an insult either way.
Like, the reality of it is...
Absolute ridiculous and a freaking insult.
It's offensive. It's very offensive to those players.
Look what they give
up.
To
those girls.
Look what they give
up.
They
give up employment. They
give up everything to come over
here. Girls are moving from from state to state.
You want to say, 6 weeks, a month and a half's worth of football.
Like, their pre-season goes longer than that, for goodness sakes.
That's a good point, right there.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, but they are, you're right.
What about Aaron Phillips, who has to pack her family up? And
6 weeks, Aaron.
6 weeks, come on down.
Come on, Aaron. 7 weeks if you're lucky.
Like, this
you're
competition
you're going to lose top-end players.
10 rounds plus 2 final series.
Do you want my conspiracy?
Have a top 4.
Do you know my conspiracy?
What? If it's going to grow anyway.
They're going to try and turn the VFL into it again. Like they did the AFL. They'll get the VFL women's and try and turn that into the AFL women's. Don't you just watch this space. I don't trust them as far as they can spit.
No, I don't trust the admin of the AFL.
Not at all. Someone said you can't trust them with anything at the moment.
I don't know who's up and who's paying the rent, Ali.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
To be honest, because Gillan McLaughlin, I don't know if he goes on before radio and has a few sherbets, but the stuff that comes out of his gob...
Oh, he's a gobshite. That's what he is.
Tomorrow he'll be on 3AW.
Gobshite.
Well, it'll be interesting what comes out of... I think he's there... Is he there to create headlines, maybe?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he's an absolute... Like, Andrew Demetrio, he's... At the moment, he looks like the better CEO.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Like, there's a lot of stuff...
Like, Steve Hocking, they're calling him the change agent.
Is it the inmates running the asylum at the moment? Is that what it is?
I don't know what they are.
Because they want to change rules to offset the rules that they changed before that didn't work. But they can't say they didn't work and go back to what was working. But let's change the rules that created the changes. No, we won't do that. Why don't they just...
I'm going to say... It's bizarre. So, the media have been on this campaign and they've been talking about the look of the game. So where are the media this week, this week, talking about last round's game?
About the first...
Nowhere to be
first
seen.
4 or 5 games
it was a terrific round.
By under a kick.
First time in history, 5 games decided by under a kick.
And how good were the games?
First time in history.
How good were the games? And I must admit, the Showdown is getting due credit now as the game. And they're like, why isn't this a Friday night game?
It needs to be a Friday or Thursday night game.
Why isn't this a Saturday night game?
Thursday night game.
And make sure...
Give one club a Friday night game, give one club a Thursday night game. Make sure
both clubs get a 7-day break after a Showdown.
Yeah, not a 5-day break. That's not fair.
That's absolute crap. Yeah, that's absolute crap to do that.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm at a loss with the AFL, to be honest, Ali.
They're destroying the game. It's not the teams destroying the game because teams are always going to try and find a way around whatever rules. Yes, let the game sort itself out. It always does.
Like this extended goal square crap.
Let red card crap.
Let
the game
just
sort itself
how often
out.
Like
what do they say? Twice a year.
How?
You know what? The coaches should be smart enough to get the player off the
bench
game.
Him. Yep. But then again, the AFL are brought in interchange cap.
Yep.
So
there's things like this that they're trying. They think it's going to help, and they trial rules. You trial them. People haven't worked out how to get around them yet. And would you tell them? Oh, we found a good way around it. I wouldn't tell them.
I wouldn't tell them.
No. So
let the coaches coach, and let the admin do the friggin' admin.
Yep, that's the old saying, isn't it?
The administrators are killing the AFL.
Yep.
Are killing game, Ali. Yeah,
they're over officiating.
They're over analysing, over officiating.
Okay, can I make...
Just want to make headlines for the sake of it.
You know, like the red card thing?
Yeah.
Umpires can't get the current rules right. No, seriously, they cannot get the current rules right. There is no consistency. You bring in a red card rule, you are open... Tex would be the first one off the ground because he looks sideways at it. But there is room there for the game to be exploited. Would that be correct? I'll give someone 10 grand if you get this player off the ground. You tell me that wouldn't be exploited, that gambling wouldn't come into it. Match fixing. Match fixing. Fixing. That's what I was trying to get at.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because there's some... Like, imagine Eddie Maguire. Oh, look, I'll pay you $20,000 if you can knock Rory Sloane out.
Yeah.
Or, you know...
And then you go sit on the bench for the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Not the umpire, knocking Rory Sloane out.
Rory Sloane take the umpire out.
You know, maybe the umpire getting in Rory's way on purpose and then, you know, little things like that.
There's going to be things that happen or get pushed.
I don't trust them.
No.
I don't trust them, as you said, with the current rules. Like, they can't even get the sliding in rule right. They can't even get the 50-metre penalty rule right. That's overdone. That's an overkill.
They can't get the holding the ball rule right.
What happened to rewarding the tackler?
Exactly.
These players can spin around 360 and not get called holding the ball.
I know. It's frustrating. Anyway, round the traps. We've already started talking about it. Gaff's gaff.
We've got a big announcement here.
Yeah, not a big announcement. No. Announcement. Well, actually, okay, we'll come back. Announcements from the Crows. ROK's gone. RACK in the USA. Ryan O'Keefe. That's a bit of a surprise, even to him.
Who go to Port?
Yeah.
They need a development coach. Well, they've got rid of that breed.
Yeah, but just because he's here doesn't mean you take him.
Well, he likes Adelaide, and his manager has come out and said that we'll get him to another footy club. So.
Of course they will. He's got a lot of interest. So, I don't know what happened there, to be honest. Complacency, just needed to change it up. Hopefully Campo moving into that role. No, I'm just putting it out there. Ben Hart could be going. Now, apparently, allegedly, which I found surprising, he's only on a 1-year contract. Is that true?
Well, I thought they had to be...
2 years.
By the Coaches Association, I was of the belief that they had to be signed 2 years minimum.
That's what I thought. Unless maybe the player agrees. But they said he's out of contract. Or maybe he's not, but he's looking... Because it sounds like he wants to go back to Victoria. To me, it's a bit sus, because it's sort of like... He's exploring other opportunities, but the Crows said they want him. I think the Crows, I'll be honest, just in my opinion, nothing else, that I reckon, like, they'll keep him, but if he can find somewhere else to move to, they'll let him go as well. Do you think that?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, Richie apparently put out the rumour he's going to Port. It would really seem weird that, you know, if the Crows want him to go to Port, that would seem a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it would seem weird.
Bizarre.
And then on the AFL website tonight, there's a weird thing there that Stewie Jew is chasing Josh Franco for the Gold Coast Suns. I found that very weird.
Because they haven't renewed Matthew Primus.
No, and there's another guy they haven't renewed. But Josh Franco is contracted. To my belief, he is contracted.
Well, they give us the money back. Simple.
No, but if he's contracted.
No, that's got nothing to do with it. West Coast are demanding money from Hawthorn.
Yeah, well, that's fair. He's
with
contracted.
Mitchell being courted to go to...
But, and we alluded to this, what we've actually just said about it, and I can't go into too much detail because that's revealing my sources, but...
you sound like Tom Brand now.
I do, like that? I sound like a moron. Is that what you're saying? I sound like a moron?
Sound like a flog.
Well, I've got to be careful, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yes. But there may be other reasons why Franco is looking to move.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's not a good look, is it?
Well, alright. We've lost the last 2 years. We've lost Matthew Bode, David Teague, James Podsiadly was supposedly going to focus on his business, but has got a gig.
You said he was going there anyway, didn't you? You had a feeling
I had a feeling he was going there anyway. And then now we've got Hart looking at leaving, and Franco allegedly being... Yeah,
there's a few rumblings behind the scenes. Let's just put it that way.
And if the club I hope the club isn't ignorant and arrogant to think that
people can have a big influence on other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What happened to the motto when Andrew Fagan took the role on? That we'll be getting the best
people in the best seats. I actually want to hold him very accountable for that, because if people are leaving is influenced
by the people you've currently got inside your four walls.
Yep. That is not a good sign. Either one, you've got to look at your recruiting strategy. You're bringing in the wrong people. They're not a right fit.
Are they the right fit?
Yeah. Now, looking at some of those people, you would think straight away they would be a good fit.
Oh, well, I wanted Franco. I wanted Franco. I've been wanting Franco
so to me,
for the past 3 years.
there is a lot more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But
we've got the right coach, no doubt about it.
Oh,
we've got the right coach, but it's about time Don Pike has his say, because at the moment
it looks like people are making decisions for him.
People are making decisions for him,
yep.
And I feel that Don Pike has inherited a lot of junk.
Yep.
Let the man
he needs to coach.
Do what he is good at, because he has run a business before.
Let the coaches coach, what you're saying? Let the administrators administrate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there may be more to Franco moving with that. Unfortunately, I can't mention names in particular, but most people can sort of...
Well, I'm thinking he's gone.
I'm concerned he's gone. And if there isn't...
And it's unsettling.
If there isn't particular changes that happen at the Crows in the off-season...
Oh, more will go.
I think he's gone.
And more will go.
And more will go. Yeah.
More will go.
Which, well, speaking of going, Gibson retiring. Not a total surprise, really.
No, not really.
Didn't think he'd get another contract. We destroyed his run of injury-free
times. His durability, Alan.
Yeah. That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah, we did, unfortunately. But, at the end of the day, I thought we brought him in to do a specific role, but the season we've had...
He couldn't even do that. We couldn't get our best team on the park. We still haven't got our best team on the park.
This guy... 130 games straight, comes to Adelaide.
And we bring him in without his AFL games again. I'm actually really concerned with the medical side, like bringing players back that have been in long periods of time, 4 or 5 weeks. You may get them fit by loading them, but nothing simulates a game than a game. And I don't mean like just playing out on the oval when you're doing practice runs. I mean get him into the SANFL. Let him hit body on body with some opposition. Unexpected manoeuvres. You get to know your teammates. Would that be correct?
Absolutely.
Get him back in the SANFL. I'm really concerned at the end of the year who is responsible for those decisions, for bringing them back early. Because how many times have we been bitten? Tex, still underdone. Talia, limping.
Major underdone.
Yeah, you told me Sloan,
Talia's got a crack in his...
Yeah.
Fibula.
So that part I found very frustrating. So
player management, injury management,
and we've changed up a lot in the system there. So I want to see that.
Dr. Potter, get him back.
Staff, and I want to see.
See, that's the other thing. Remember, we had Dr. Potter finish at the end of last season.
So what's the reporting structure look like, guys? Come on, get this stuff happening.
Yeah.
Okay, round the traps.
Around the traps.
Gaff's got 8, we said.
Gaff's got 8.
Yeah. Tom Lynch, Gold Coast Suns, he's off.
He's gone.
He'll... Blind Freddie knew that.
Where do you reckon he'll go? Hawthorn, Richmond or Collingwood?
Because they're the only ones they ever go to. North won't get him.
No, North won't get him.
Oh, no. I actually don't know. It'll be...
You
brought in the AFL. Here's another administration failure. Go on, Whinging tonight. An AFL administration failure. Restricted free agents and free agents were brought in to boost the lower 8 clubs.
Correct.
Now, where have all the good restricted free agents gone to?
To the higher ranked footy clubs, Alan.
Right. So if Hawthorn, what are they sitting on the ladder at the moment? 3rd?
No, they've dropped to 5th.
5th? Okay, still top 8.
They were 3rd.
You go to Richmond, you sit in top of the ladder.
Yep.
And who's the other one?
Geelong. They often go to
Geelong, yeah. So they're sitting in the 8. And Collingwood, where are they sitting?
They're in the 8.
There you go.
They're
not even a sniff.
They're 6th.
Not even a sniff of them going to North, or not a sniff of him going to St Kilda, or
Carlton.
I don't know, Carlton. Oh God,
He'd want to go to Carlton
staying
anyway.
at the Gold Coast, and then they're talking about which team should go and get Stephen May. I'm like, stop! They're doing to the Gold Coast what they always do to the Crows. Go get a player and say, let's dislodge him and bring him to a Victorian team.
Start an agenda.
Oh, if Collingwood miss out on Lynch, they need to go after Stephen May.
Oh, is that the latest?
That's what they need
okay.
to. Mind you, I saw.
I think they need to do that, mate.
What were the different tweets that you and I saw?
With
about the player with Dan Hanbury. Yeah, now he's been dragged into it. So
still got 3 years to run on.
Now
his
who's the one
deal.
that said, manure?
Yeah, manure.
Yeah, Sam Manure said,
That's McClure.
Yeah, yeah. I think everyone knows that. Where did he say he was off to?
To St Kilda.
Right, and within that same hour we had, I think it was Barrett. And he said he's going to the Gold Coast Suns. Their track record this year is so wonderful.
It's great. I believe none of it.
Until it happens.
None of it.
We spoke about Carlton and Pro to pick. Useless.
Look, Ali, if they get that pick, I'll be writing to the AFL. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'll be talking to the shoe cleaner.
Probably get more sense. Probably get salt. Probably get more sense out of it. Oh, jeez. Injuries, Anthony?
Yeah, Daniel Talia, they're saying he's going to be alright.
Put the Q in the rack, Crows. We don't want to win another game for the rest of the year.
How low can you go?
How low can you go? Rankin Lukosius. And as soon as we lose one more game, they'll finally... Well, apparently, we have to win every game, and either Port or Sydney have to lose every game. Yeah. So as soon as they both win, we can just go, right, put Daniel Talia out to pasture for the rest of the year. Tex, get him right. Riley
Tex needs to drop some muscle.
Yeah, well, who's looking after him?
I don't know. Sorry, I was
exactly.
Do
no, I know. But who? Yeah. but who's looking after their fitness? Like, because he's not right. Mitch McGovern's been in and out. Will Mitch McGovern leave? There's a lot of fascinating stuff to play out with the Crows. As soon as our season's over...
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. Good or bad and the ugly.
It's going to be controversial. It's going to be... It's going to be...
It's going to be
better than the Bold and the Beautiful.
Ant and I will be first in line for a lot of it. And we'll bring it to you.
And we'll be down at the club.
I'll be sniffing through Twitter and forums, bringing you the best tidbits.
We'll be ringing up...
information and rumours. Probably 90% of it will be crap. But for hits and giggles, you got to do it. Well, it keeps us amused anyway.
If Manure can do it, we can do it.
Get a dartboard. We'll do a dartboard analysis of who's coming and going.
McGovern's going.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with that one though.
McGovern. Considering his brother was going, so it is because there's people who get disappointed then because they've already spent the draft picks. Well, I think I said to you, Mitch McGovern to Carlton, everyone's like, wow, well, Bode was there and Teague's there. So there could be that relationship, but then I'd be questioning why he wants to leave. You know?
Because remember there was that Charlie Cameron rumour that just wouldn't go away and then it became true.
Yeah, but it was in the middle of the year and then disappeared again. And they're the ones you watch, aren't you?
Yeah, they're the ones.
McGovern was one in the middle of the year.
That's right, and it's disappeared again.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, Oppo analysis and injuries. We're playing Greater Western Sydney.
Yeah, up in Canberra. Down in Canberra.
Down in Canberra.
Down in Canberra.
Peter Harvey, Canberra.
Yeah, we're down in Canberra.
So, injuries. Who have they got for injuries there, mate?
Roundabouts in Canberra.
Who have they got for injuries there, mate?
Roundabouts.
Oh, I haven't been there, mate.
Simpson, Dawson Simpson,
Toby
Green,
yep,
Brett Delidio, and Sam Taylor.
Who's Sam Taylor?
He's a debutant, a debundant.
So, but have they got people to... How many first round draft picks have they got to come back in?
Yeah, so Dylan Schill.
That hurts. Was that it? That's good.
No, they've got a couple of good other players to come back in.
Too many to name. Hopper still playing?
Yeah, he kicked a good goal on the weekend.
Okay. Well, let's have a look then at the Crows. Who's in? Who's out? Who's in? Who's out?
Well,
let's
get
it out
there. I reckon McGovern will be back.
Yep. Dubsy.
I reckon Dubsy will be back. So therefore,
in our habit of rushing players back, I think we'll rush players back. Let's stay true to form. And I bet you they leave Talia in. I reckon Knight will come out for Douglas.
No, Cam Ellis-Shulman.
Oh, well, put it this way. Riley Knight out, Cam Ellis-Shulman out, Mitch McGovern in, Douglas in.
They said Boogie's going to be alright.
Really?
Yeah.
He was limping around like me on a Saturday night after a few shandies.
I want the Books to back.
Oh, so do I. But if he's... Oh, well, if he's not fit, sure, play him. Because it's not like he's had an interrupted season at all for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Who's making these medical decisions? Seriously, idiots.
I could run the joint better than...
Oh, you could run a joint. I tell you what.
I could.
A Rastafarian could run a joint better than these guys. Jeepers creepers.
Nah, it's time to look at this place from
shindig.
Top to bottom.
Yep, clean out. I'm coming for a clean out. I'm bringing a broom.
You've got them.
Oh, I've got the angries on. The stuff I'm hearing, they need to fix. We had it cranking along, and something just fell to shite.
Yeah, people who want to be the boss.
Oh, I don't know, but that part in the intrinsic bit.
Too many
cooks spoil the broth. Is that what you're getting at?
That's exactly right.
Let people do their jobs.
Brett Burton, Sack Burton.
Oh, you're always up to Sack Burton. You say that every week.
I want him gone, Ali.
Oh, Huss has to be gone, doesn't he?
Huss and Burton have to go.
They won't.
Because they're gonna.
They won't. I bet you anything you like.
Well, I'm not renewing my membership.
Oh, you said that. You will. Who's in, who's out? Come on, we got to get on with that. So I reckon Douglas and McGovern in.
Yeah.
Cam will be pretty stiff to.
He'll go out.
Cam will be pretty stiff though. He played really well.
He's alright.
So who comes out?
Cam in for Douglas.
I don't think he will.
No, Richard out for Cam. No.
Richard in for Cam out.
I'll get it right in from
English is your second
Sorry.
language. That's right.
Sorry.
Sorry, lady.
Salt.
Salt and pepper's here.
Ali, did you put salt in that tuna porno tonight?
I need more salt. And Mitch McGovern. Is Tom Lynch isn't fit, get him out?
Oh, absolutely. What was wrong with him? But he's been carrying illnesses.
Well, didn't he have like a chronic fatigue or something? Or something, not chronic fatigue, but he had another...
He's had something going on.
Glandular fever or something.
He's always sick.
I know. He's got kids now too, so he's going to catch everything.
3 of the suckers.
Yeah, they're going to catch everything. So next minute, JJ's
going to have... And that's the other thing
that's
been going on in our club.
Oh,
too many babies. Maybe they're not having enough sleep, so therefore they're getting fatigue injuries.
Well, let's look, poor Eddie Betts, twins.
Oh.
He could
Betts,
Betts could just be tired.
Betts.
Sloan will be tired.
Betts, Jenkins, Jacobs, Lynch.
Yep. Have a look at them. Have their form tapered a bit this year?
Yes.
Babies. Luckily, Rory's having his in the off season. Smart thinking, Roars.
So he...
Get in there 9 months earlier.
When did he...
7 in October.
There would have been a lot of babies, not conceived, but there would have been a lot of babies on that.
Yeah, they've had babies, so therefore there's a lot of babies.
So that if Richmond, they would, the Richmond people.
What are you trying to say?
You're
trying to be funny. You're trying to say there's going to be mass conception.
Conception, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, you ruined the joke, it's just gone.
The gestation.
9 months later, you'd know.
That's what I'm laughing
9 months later, you'd
Gestations.
know. 9 months later, you'd know.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you got your things there for your tips? Get your tips out, eh?
Get your tips out.
How did we go with our tips?
No, you got 6.
Whoop whoop. And you got what?
No,
I didn't, I beat
7.
you, and that's all that I need to know.
You got 7.
And you got?
You got 7 dolls.
And you got 6 dolls? Come on.
Alright, let's do our tips. Get your tips out.
Get your tips out, let's go.
Get your tips out.
Salty.
My head's spitting.
I've got a special song here too as well. I've got to crank that in there. I might put it in the beginning of the podcast. So if you've heard it, you've already laughed.
I can't believe it's round 21.
Round 21? Is this podcast 19 or podcast 20? I think it's 19.
Yeah, because we missed one.
Oh, that's right.
Alrighty, so on Friday night, this is going to be a rip snorter of a game.
Oh, Jesus, what's a snooze fest again, is it?
Essendon.
Versus?
Saints. Eddie had.
Essendon.
Essendon? I'm going Essendon too.
Yeah, Essendon. Bang. Put your money on it. We'll have you put your money on it game as well. Just for the last couple of rounds, because it's not going to affect us.
Did you see that guy who got all of the tips right, and he had a multi on it?
Oh, wow.
$100,000. He got that.
He would have been glad JJ got a winner.
He's not salty, Ali. Okay, I'll bet this game.
Yep.
Hawthorn versus Cats.
Cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
I'm tipping the Cats.
And cats. I think they need to bounce back because they lost.
They don't normally lose 2 in a row, so I'll go
I'll have to go Cats.
You're going Cats too?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a rip snorter. Gold Coast Suns versus Richmond.
Oh, 200-point win. Here we come.
They'll just boost their percentage even more.
Do you reckon about 200-point win, or will they just put the queue in the rack and rest players?
It's probably...
This is the game they'll rest players. Smart thing, I'd be resting players.
It's probably one because they're going to make top 2.
They're going to make top 1.
And they're not going to win the flag anyway. Now you got a stat to bring up too.
Oh yeah, I do too. Thank you very much.
And I was quite impressed that I got that right because I wasn't 100% sure.
I'm impressed you got something right.
I wasn't 100% sure if my spreadsheet was right.
Did you change your mind? Did you like the new one you got?
yeah. Oh, this game.
Does this one work better?
Port Adelaide versus West Coast. I'm going the Eagles.
Where's it at?
Adelaide Oval.
I reckon the Pear will get
Eagles played the Oval very well.
I want the Eagles. This is a win-win for me.
So you want power?
Yeah. No, I don't. I want the Eagles to win.
Power.
Pear.
Giants versus Adelaide. Round 1. 3 votes.
Andrew McLeod. Oh wait, he's not playing. Wayne Milera Jr.
Actually, the first bit sounded alright.
Andrew McLeod. I heard it a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, never got one though.
Don't even.
You should.
Okay.
I'm going the Giants.
Yeah, I think that'll finally finish off the believers. Believers.
Alright, on Sunday we have North Melbourne versus Western Bulldogs at Etihad. I'm going...
North Melbourne.
North, yeah. Okay. Melbourne versus the Sydney Swans at the MCG. Swans. But I'm thinking Melbourne though.
I'm going Melbourne. Death ride. I want.
I'm going Swans because if they win, then it basically finishes us.
And Melbourne lose, so that helps us.
Yes. Last game of the round is Freo versus Carlton at Optus Stadium. I'm going Freo.
Yeah, they got a bit of a point to prove now after the bashing of Brayshaw.
So just recapping those, Ali and I have both gone for Essendon.
Yep.
Both gone for Cats, both gone for Tigers.
Yep.
I've gone for Eagles, you've gone for the Power.
Yep.
Giants over Adelaide. North over the Bulldogs. Swans over Melbourne. You've gone Melbourne for that game, and we've both gone Freo over Carlton.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Now the statistic you were mentioning before, young Anthony, was I asked a swamp thing, but I think Anthony actually came back with my reply. Was there was a stat floated around at the beginning of the year that the team that have won 9 out of the last 10 premierships have spent 100% of the rounds in the top 8.
Top 8, correct.
So I asked, who are these teams?
It's a swamp thing.
It's a swamp thing. Who are these teams who have done it? And I thought Richmond had to be one. But Anthony came back to me and he said, actually, none. So this would be the first time in...
A long time.
20 years or something?
Yeah, it's a long time, 20 odd years, yeah.
That not every single team has been out of the 8.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So that's going to absolutely ruin that stack for this year.
And so it's anyone's.
It is anyone's. Well, it's only...
It's going to come out.
It's going to come out of the top 4 usually.
Oh,
it's usually the top 4.
But I'll say top 4. I'm going to say top 4.
I'm going to go top 4.
I'm tipping Richmond again, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I just want it to be someone else. I don't even care if it was Collingwood. My smoky is Collingwood still. If they can get their gear right.
Injuries.
I know. But you never know. Weird stuff happens in finals.
Weird stuff does happen, but I'm not sure. I'm still a bit iffy with their ball movement. Their ball movement's a bit off and on.
Yeah, they haven't clicked again. They were good, and then if they can get it happening for finals, fine.
But one thing with Richmond, Ali.
Yeah.
You can't. I agree with Chris Scott. They are beatable.
Of course they are.
But you have to stay with them for the whole game. That's the thing.
Like Hawthorn were.
But what happens with... Well, exactly. But what happens with Richmond is they don't win the clearance. Like, they're not a good clearance side.
All the tank stuff is not true?
No.
Right.
No, but
continue.
The thing is, it's their pressure which...
Around the ground. And they force you into handball.
As
soon as they force you into handball,
you can't handball.
They've got you.
They've got you.
They've worked out the triangle handball, I think.
Yeah.
Because they can get you along with it.
But they've always got players going forward of the ball. So therefore, they've always got at least 2 extras in their forward line. So the opposition's outnumbered. Well,
that's something that we need to address in the off-season. Not following necessarily the Richmond way of doing things, but... The things that we need
to have more people run through our forward line.
Oh, absolutely. But with someone with speed, like you Charlie Camerons, we need to go back to that model.
You know he's out of contract?
Who?
Charlie Cameron.
What, did he only have a 1-year contract?
Well, you tweeted something the other day with those Fox Footy players out of contract. Fox Footy did a player out of contract, and they had Charlie Cameron on there.
Yeah, probably out of contract with us. That's what it would have been.
Oh,
that'd be the old stuff because he'd only be out of our contract.
Okay.
But he.
I thought, that's bizarre.
That's all it is. That's all it is, now, Anthony.
We did have one thing. Andrew Fagan.
Yes, we did talk a little bit about this, but
he's
continue.
Pulled back a little, hasn't he?
He has. I think he got when we were copying it left, right, and centre, especially the Sloan stuff. He was copying it from the fans as well. And when we were losing and when with all the injuries, it seemed to be a bit of a Pollyanna. We're fine, everything is awesome, you know, that whole thing. And fans were like, actually, no, you know what? It's not.
No, it's
so call it for what it is.
It's still not.
Call it for what it is and stop doing the little Pollyanna emails and that, oh, it's a tough night at the office. It wasn't tough, it was crap. You know, yes, injuries derailed and ruined our seasons. People have to be held accountable for
Absolutely, that. Absolutely, they do.
Whoever's in charge of the medical stuff, they need to be held accountable for that.
Sacked.
Yeah. Well, if you're in charge of a business,
$1 million business like the Adelaide Football Club,
multi-million-dollar business, you don't just get sorry, got that wrong. I'll make some adjustments and fix it up for next year. Yeah, you gone.
Ousted. Get out.
I don't want that in our club.
I would rather us get rid of the people, pay them out, and start afresh.
And you know what? Start paying over the cap, soft cap. You want the best people in the best seats. Now, if they've had a crack at that Russell dude, fantastic. We talked about that last podcast. At least we're chasing the right people. But people have now got to want to come to us.
Not lose people.
Yeah, not lose people unless you want to lose them. Okay, unless you want to lose them.
Absolutely.
Different kettle of fish. In case someone isn't the fit they thought, or they're not actually as good at their job as we thought, or what we wanted to get out of it. But again, look at your interview process. How are you vetting these people? They better not be going on people's word or people's say-so. They better be doing a full
Give
process.
examples of what you can achieve and what you actually achieve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not just hypothetical.
Have a proven track record.
Get in there, like they did with Phil and that, and all that type of stuff. Put them through the ringer.
Let Don
know that.
Let Don sit there and do the recruiting process.
Or part of it.
Part of it.
Yeah. Otherwise, that's
because
if he left, then
Yeah, that's right. But he would have to. Normally when a new coach comes in, let him sit there.
Yep.
And
we don't know if that's
process.
happening, but I think he needs more say. It's his team.
It's his team.
And the recruitment, what players we need, what's his game style. Can those coaches adapt to his game style? Maybe they can't.
Maybe they can't, and I don't think they...
Maybe they ain't coming up with enough ideas. Maybe we need some fresh ideas within the club. Huh?
Oh, I think we need fresh ideas.
But you can't bring in 4 new line coaches at once.
Oh, heck no.
That would be atrocious.
Heck no.
So if we lose Hart and we lose Franco, we're not losing Campo and Clark, are we?
Well, Clark can go to another position at the...
Left, right, out?
Yeah, left, right, out.
Well, actually, no.
Right, left in.
He's been in the same role for a while now. And he is highly respected within the club, but I think we need some new ideas.
Well,
Would that be fair?
Oh, absolutely, we need new ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose I should let Anthony go to the bathroom now. I've tormented him enough.
Yeah.
So, it's... good night for me.
And it's good enough from her.
Go, you crows.
Go, the crows. Salt!
Salt! Have a good one.
Crows. Listen, like, follow, share and retweet. Thanks, crows.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
What the bloody hell's going on in here? What's that noise, Birdman? Morning, Mr. Fags. That would be the, there's another one, the hamstrings. Right. Where's Avocado Boy? Who, Mr. Fags? You know who, your mate, Huss. Get him in here. He's had some awareness, Mr. Fags. What bloody type of awareness? Awareness that he might get fired, Mr. Fags. So we gave him a temporary transfer to another department until things close down. We'll just keep him out of my sight, okay? Oh, bloody hell.
Morning, Mr. Fags.
Oh, Morning, Renee. How are you? I'm fine with the... Ow! Oh, just... Renee?
Yes, Mr. Fags.
Can you get Chappie in here, please? I need to speak to him.
Certainly, Mr. Fags.
Come in. Chappie, speak to me. Chappie, get over here. Look, now, Pikester's got a presser this afternoon. Yeah. And his royal smugness in relaxed leisure wear is bound to be there. Yeah. And, well, I have a cunning plan, okay? Sounds good, Mr. Fags. What's that plan? Well, come here and I'll tell you. On to it, sir. I'll get IT up here straight away, Mr. Fags. Thanks, Chappie. Shut the door on your way out. Come in. Hi. Mr. Fags. Oh, Huss. So that's where they've been hiding you. Back in IT. Oh, for God's sake, get in here. Oh, and shut the door. Right, Huss. Can you hack a mobile phone? I've got a little job for you. Yes, Mr. Fags. I'll do my best. Well, it better be better than your plan, which I'm going through for the fitness department right now. Do you understand? Avocado boy? Yes, Mr. Fags. Oh, I know exactly what's needed. We'll get onto it. Oh, little China girl. Oh, better hurry up. Gotta get that flight. That's the stuff. I better do some washing. Rabbito's jacket. Rabbito's jacket. Rabbito's jacket. Tracksuit top. Tracksuit top. Rabbito's jacket. Tracksuit pants. Oh, better get that on. Right, better go do some work. Stop there, Mr. Ritchie. All mobile devices must be handed in before the presser today. What the? Make sure you give it back. Yes, Mr. Ritchie. Oh, glad to be home from that presser. Now, before my trip, I need to do a couple things. Blocked. Blocked. Oh, I might do some Google Translate. Go pop hour. How do I say that in Chinese, Google?
一个九，
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 一个九。
一个九，
Oh, I'm going to use that when I get to China. 一个九. Oh boy, here it is at the game. I'm ready. Here come the boys. 一个九，一个九，一个九. Oh, 一个九. They must all be in the marquees. Yay! 一个九，一个九. Oh,
Why are Koshi and KT so angry at me? I'll have to show them my phone and my Google Translate. Koshi, KT. Oh, go away, Michelangelo. You bring dishonour and shame to the Port Power name, yelling those words that are so offensive. But I was saying go Port Power in Chinese, see, on my phone. 一颗球, go Port Power. You fool, put it into my phone. Now what does it say?
119.
What the?
119.
Oh. Brought to you by Two Crows